I am now live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Watchman's Hour with Roshan Melwani. We made it all the way to episode 27. It is just quite incredible. Let's just jump straight in and talk about a hot topic that was posted to me this week, was presented to me this week by some cunt fucking bitch, okay, that I know to a certain extent and that I've known for a long time, but I've never really been close to since I was a child, actually. So this concept fucking bitch says to somebody that I know really well, right? I've talked about package hate for so long. I've just talked about shedding your friends for so long, right? So let me just jump into this. Let me talk about my daughters. All right? We haven't talked about my daughters in great detail. And if you have questions, genuine questions, I'll be happy to hear them. You know, when you watch the clips and you hear me squinting, you hear me emotional. It's generally because I'm answering questions and stuff, right? The main thing is to watch the full episode. If you don't get it live, you are always able to watch it on YouTube and Instagram after the fact, right? So let's talk about my daughters. I have two daughters. One of them is called Serena. Serena is my first child. I got this tattoo starring with Miami Ink. So that was back in 2009 when Serena was born. My second daughter is here. Where is she? Saria. I don't know if you can see properly the tattoo, but you guys have seen many tattoos of mine. And I got this tattoo done by this guy. I can't remember what the fuck his name was, but he did David Beckham, and he did LeBron James, and he did Kobe Bryant and stuff. And then nobody's ever asked me why I have 3 earrings in one ear and one in the other. Do any of you want to hazard a guess? Do any of you want to hazard a guess quickly? I mean, it's got to be quick and fast. So I'm not standing around, just go into my monologue. So I've got 7 piercings this year and 1 here, but I just want to ask, why do I have 3 earrings and why do I have 1? Can somebody answer me very, very quickly? Anybody, even if it's a wrong answer. Anyone can answer the question? Okay, nobody can answer the fucking questions and stuff. So my tattoos are my first child, Serena. No, that is not Serena. How did I show that as Serena? Where is Serena? Here. Sorry, my first tattoo is here, Serena. My second tattoo is my daughter, Saria. My third tattoo is my son, Rian. Okay? My 4th tattoo is my wife, Saloni. And my 5th tattoo is my father, okay? 5 most important people in my life, all right? Who can answer why I have 3 earrings here and 1 earring here? Anybody? None of them were me, not from me. Anybody can answer? I know someone's already answered here. Yes, Joey, 3 kids, 1 wife. Very good. So, I mean, I've never been at pains to stress that I'm a family man, right? I would just thought that's fucking obvious, right? But it's obviously not obvious to a lot of people, and to a lot of people that's not obvious. I couldn't really give a flying fuck, you know what I mean? If you're so blind, stupid, and fucking dumb, and that you can't see that my first priority after my work is my business, and saying that also doesn't sound great, because actually my first priority was my business, so I can feed my family, which really ultimately makes them my first priority. And if I didn't have to feed my family, if I had an abundance of cash, then I'd leave my fucking business. I wouldn't work so hard, and I wouldn't put up with the shit that my fucking father gives me, my uncle gives me. I mean, they give me a lot of shit, and it's just getting worse. They're just fucking awful. You know what I mean? So when I say my first priority is my business, it's because my first priority is truly my 3 children and my wife and their future and their current. You know, I got to feed them, I got to support them, I got to set them up. I'm tattooed, 5 tattoos, 3 kids, 1 wife and my father, and my earrings, 3 kids, 1 wife. 3 kids, 1 wife. So that's a reveal for you guys, okay? But let's talk about my daughters today. We haven't talked about my daughters in detail. Some cunt bitch goes to a former very close friend of mine and says, oh my God, imagine what his daughters are going to think when they grow up. Okay, so let's address that. If anyone wants to talk about what my daughters are going to think, I'm here to talk about it. But let me tell you something. I cannot tell the future, all right? But let's talk about my oldest, Serena, my first biggest love and stuff, all right? You don't see her much on social media because everybody has their own attitude, right? Their own preferences. And I've talked about this before. If you scroll all the way back, there's many of you who've had, to the dawn of my social media, starting with Facebook and stuff, even with the start of Instagram, you'll see a lot of Serena videos, 0 to 10, where she's acting with me and stuff. And, you know, she starred predominantly in a series called No Suit Tonight that we devised around me and Serena, and Saria starred in it a little bit and Rihanna a little bit, but Serena was the real star of No Suit Tonight. But as Serena moved on, her personality changes, right? And she's not into social media, and she's not into having a photo out there and whatever. But if you look at my Instagram today, it's a big fuck you to everyone. Look at my Instagram stories today. It's a big fuck you to everyone saying, hey, here's my Serena, and look at the gorgeous goddess that she is. And she's tall, she's slim, she knows how to carry herself. Sari can probably carry herself better, okay? Then I have my Saru, who is just so fucking stunning, all right? Knows how to do her makeup, knows how to dress, knows how to match her bags, her makeup, her jewelry, everything to a T, okay? So what are my daughters going to think when they grow up is the question posed by this fucking cunt bitch. Now, this fucking cunt bitch has a relationship with my father in the sense that, like a biological, like a family relationship with my father and stuff that's not so close and whatever. In fact, I'm giving her too much credence right now. But if this is the talk of my town, and this bitch is poisonous, I've known her since a child. If this is the talk of the town that, oh, what will his daughters think when they grow up? Well, I don't know, because I can't predict the future. But let's talk about my daughters, okay? Number one, they're absolutely fucking stunning, okay? They're pristine children. And I didn't do that, right? God gave that to me. And, I genuinely believe, I think, Glenn Hoddle got sacked as England manager years ago in the 90s, right, for saying something about disabled people or whatever. There's nothing to do with me. I'm saying that I prayed to God for pristine children. I never asked God for anything. But I said, God, you've got to give me pristine children, please, I beg you, because in my society, in my community, right, my family was so super traditional. If there's anything wrong with the kids, it's very stigmatic. They're not very acceptive of it, and so forth, and it would become a big lifelong problem. But we were blessed with 3 pristine kids, 1, 2, 3, right after another. When we go out as a family, okay, since before Insta, okay, so let's go back to Facebook, right? From starting with the dawn of Facebook to now, when we go out as a family, whether it be in Hong Kong, okay, whether it be in Kuala Lumpur, Tokyo, Osaka, Dubai, Dallas, Guangzhou, and London, okay? This is what my daughters see, all right? I'll tell you what they see. They see that every 30 meters at most that we walk, okay, someone will come up to me and say, hey, bro, I love your videos. Oh, my God, it's Sam. Oh, my God, it's you. Oh, my God, it's Sam Taylor. Oh, my God, it's you, Roshan. Can we take a photo with you? Oh, my God, we love your videos, just that. And then they engage with my children. So say we're in Dubai, Tokyo, Osaka, Dallas, London, they'll engage with my children, especially Rian, because he stars so much in my videos, right? But we're only going to be focused on my daughters and what they apparently think of me. I mean, I don't know what people's impression is of me, and I really don't give a flying fuck, right? Because people cannot be that stupid, and they are not, okay? But they can be that bastards. They can be that scum of the earth. They can be that disgusting. They can be that vile. They can be that malicious. And they can be that jealous, okay? So what will my daughters think, okay? So one, they can think to themselves that wherever we go on the planet, everyone knows our father, all right? Everyone recognizes father. And wherever we go on the planet, everyone's watching our father's videos, okay? Number 2, right? I'm just doing this shit off the top of my head, right? I really don't know where to begin. You know what I mean? Number 2, I would like to think that my kids have everything, including platinum cards in their pocket, money that they can't even do stuff with. You know what I mean? A beautiful home, lots of help, the most amazing mother, okay? 3, I'd like to believe that they know their father is extremely brave, all right? extremely brave, and he's not a guy to be fucked with. And they've seen scenarios many, many, many times where people are pushed in online or being rude or whatever, and I just fucking lose it, right? So I think that I would not want my daughters to marry fucking pussies or date pussies and stuff. And I think that they realize how aggressive I am, how brave I am, how bold I am, but yet I'm chivalrous. Okay, I don't go picking fights and stuff. I believe that they see that their father, whichever way he strives to do things, is successful. That whatever he puts his hands on, he's successful at. You know what I'm saying? I believe the same thing. Like, I don't have a great relationship with my dad, right? I think he's a fucking asshole. He constantly undermines me, right? But I saw from a very young age, how much TV he was on, how much literature he was in, how many celebrities he hung out with, and how many celebrities purchased with him, and how many celebrities I got to meet, and they've seen the same, and I've taken it up another notch. I don't work with the magnitude of celebrities that my father has worked with, such as presidents, okay? But I have worked with a ton of celebrities. I brought them to my house. We've got dining with them. We've had breakfast with Alan Shearer in London. We've had lunch with Les Ferdinand in London. We've had lunch with Matt Letizia and James Beattie in Winchester. Okay, we've opened up Southampton Stadium. We've opened up Spurs Stadium. Okay, Imagine Dragons have been to my house with my kids there and stuff. Okay. Every time there's a celebrity in my store, if my kids are not at school, they come down, they interact with the celebrities, they talk with the celebrities. I'm not pulling celebrities' dicks out and rubbing them in front of my kids, nor am I pulling anyone's dicks out and rubbing them. Okay? What my daughters can see is that there's no other dad like this dad. I'm not saying the other dads are bad, right? I'm not saying the other dads are bad. But they can see right now, blatantly and obviously, that their father is more famous, more well-known than any of their friends' fathers. And that's just a given, right? Very, 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 very simple. And again, we can just go back to the fact that they're not wanting for anything. Now, my oldest, Serena, she's just finished her GCSEs. And when Daniel, when someone speaks like so low class, like shut him down like President Trump does. What are you even yapping about? Please, I don't want low class. I cannot take low class. Okay, and there's money and shit kids to Brody stuff. It's just shut them down. We're not interested in low class mentality people here watching. And as I said from the start, I don't think my kids are wanting for anything. So I think they will grow up to see that their dad's a great provider, a great striver, and I think they will see that their dad doesn't go out. Like, he only goes out with his kids, and that's pretty much it. That they've met, if they've not been in school, they've met the plethora of celebrities, interacted with plethora of celebrities, have photos and videos with plethora of celebrities that their dad has worked with, and that their dad only wants to go out to dinner with them on a Friday or Saturday night or both. And their dad only wants to go to lunch with them on a Saturday. And their dad, when they don't want to hang with the fam and they have other plans, go for it. Be your own person. What I tell my children all the time is, when it comes to choosing subjects at school and stuff, right? It's like, you just choose what's happy. Don't think you want to be a lawyer, doctor, this shit, that shit, that shit. Whatever you do, you will get there, right? You just choose subjects that make you happy. Now, if history and economics and Mandarin don't make you happy, but these are the things that all the smart kids are taking, and whatever, you just take the subjects that you are happy with, and you'll probably ace those subjects because you're happy with those subjects, right? You can't lock into 2-year courses and do stuff that you're unhappy with. I've been down this path, right? So that's the kind of stuff I tell my daughters, and my daughters thrive, and they're happy, and they're happy children. And just because you see people who are not as confident as me, so maybe my wife will not smile and be goofy. You want everyone to be goofy. I'm the goofy guy. And so if you see my wife is not goofy because she's the epitome of class, and if you see that my girls are not goofy because they're classy girls, and if you see Rian's not goofy because he's a quiet boy, then you'll think that, they're unhappy. All right? I don't even know where the dirty minds of yours come from. Like, who are your parents? Like, what did your parents teach you? Like, how did your parents teach you to only look at something and see dirt first? You know what I mean? Doesn't make sense. My eyes are completely different. You know what I mean? I only see the good in things. You know what I mean? I'm naive. It's later on the woman in my life will have to explain stuff to me. Okay? And so forth. So I don't know what my daughters will see or think about me in the future. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Hear this. I don't give a fuck what my kids will grow up and think about me. Right now I need to feed my fucking kids. But it's not just feeding them. It's giving them a package. You understand? Do you have parents? Do your parents act this way? I don't know. You know what I mean? I need to give my kids a package so big. A package so fucking big that if they're the dumbest fucks that they are, they can still live. Okay? I need to give them money for generations to come. Do you understand what I'm saying? Platform and money for generations to come. So I don't give a fuck what they think about me now. It's irrelevant. I don't give a fuck what they're going to grow up to think about me. All I know is what they see now. All I know is what they do with me now. All I know is what they marginally think about me now, what they can see me in comparison to other parents. All I know is what they have now. All I know is what they see me constantly giving them. Okay? I'm all about my children. My tattoos show that. My earrings show that. Okay? So to all the cunt fuck bitches, judgmental fucking whores out there, right? Who have husbands who are so fucking fat with their guts sticking out, which is disgusting. Okay? Husbands who sleep till fucking 12 noon or whatever and are watching Liverpool to God knows what time and stuff and haven't grown up. Doesn't matter if their husband owns a Ferrari. Okay? Doesn't matter if their husband is paid. Doesn't matter if their husband is more paid than me. I mean, you guys are just, nobody knows you. Nobody knows you. You know what I'm saying? You're a nobody. Nobody's interested in you. You have no name, no fame. No matter how much cash you have. Okay? I've said from day one, if I can't be Cristiano, if I can't be Tom Cruise, I'll be Jafar. Okay? I embraced the role of Jafar very early in my teens. Alright? And so forth. So trying to judge me and lay shit on me and bring my children into it, I mean, that's absolutely disgusting. I don't even know other people's kids. I'm not even interested. My wife will tell me, start talking about other people's kids when the conversation goes there. I said, listen, I don't want to hear about other people's children, please. I just want to be here about you and my kids. I don't care about other people's problems, what other people are doing. I have no interest. Why the fuck do I care what they're doing? I only care about what I need to do, right? I don't care about what the fuck I'm doing, right? If I want to go, if I care about what I'm doing, I want to break. I'm sick of working 7 days a fucking week. I'm sick of working, getting up and having to do something, knowing that I have to do something to keep this going, right? So, I mean, I want to just sleep. I'm not thinking about other people. I couldn't give a rat's ass. What the fuck will I care? You know what I mean? I do what I do. All day, every day. You know what happens? People like Miles Moretti show up. Who's Miles Moretti? 1 million followers on Instagram, nearly 600K on TikTok. The guy dressed iShow speed. I gave you guys a whole BTS on Insta. And it's on my YouTube as well. A whole BTS with Miles at my store. You know what I mean? This week, who did I work with? I worked with fucking world #1 jockey and world champion jockey, James McDonald. Okay? You understand what I'm saying? So Rian has a photo with him. Sari has a photo of him with Miles. Saloni has a photo with him. Rian has a photo of him. Sari helped me with the shooting and stuff. You know what I mean? I mean, all I know is that my wife and my children have worked with me constantly with clients, with celebrities, have been on my adventures with me, have benefited from the fruits of my labor. Okay? They're going to suddenly grow up and think their dad's a cunt? I mean, that's his choice. I cannot curb what I do now. I cannot curb what I do now when I'm, here, not to map out my children's future. But like I said, I don't care. I have everything. I think you guys don't understand what my standpoint is, no matter how much I progress it to you. I cannot eat the table here, okay? I don't want to drive a Ferrari. I don't need to fly first class, okay? I have enough, all right? And I worked for my enough. Whether you think it was handed to me or not. But with my kids, I've handed it to them. And gladly so. Because I made the responsibility to bring these 3 children into this world. And now it's my responsibility for them to have everything. I don't give a fuck. I don't care what other people think. I just don't even fucking care. So you've got cunts around town, walking around trying to judge me and talk about my daughters and stuff. I mean, I just think it's vile. I think it's absolutely disgusting. Does it empower me? No, I don't need empowerment. I don't need motivation and stuff. I don't need ugly motivation. I don't need positive motivation. Everyone says, what motivates you? What makes you get up in the morning? What's your plan? How do you map things out? How do you, stumble? How do you, crack all these codes, work with all these celebrities and stuff? I said, listen, I've said it to you guys. I don't plan out anything. You just wake up and shit happens. Wake up and shit happens. If you're honest and hardworking, you grind. When you wake up, shit happens. And that's it. You know what I mean? On Monday, right, when I heard about what this cunt bitch said, so I had a very busy morning session Monday, extremely successful morning session. So I came home to just eat a small piece of fish. And Saloni, my wife, was home. I very rarely interact with her, okay? She's got her life. I've got mine. And I said, can you sit with me? Can you sit with me? Can you sit with me? 2 minutes? Can you stand here? This, that. Fucking, my fish wasn't really done. How long did it take you to eat a piece of fish? 1 minute, right? I said to her, Saloni, do you think I'm a bad influence on Rian? Okay? Dirty people always say that, I'm dressing Rihanna up, I'm making Rihanna copycat me. They said, why would I want a copycat of me? Why would I want a blueprint of me? Do you understand what I'm saying? I want my children to be who they are, right? But I also don't want to teach them, hey, do this, do that. What will I teach them? Cut your fucking nails, look decent, okay? and stuff. But they need to be themselves. I'm not mapping out a blueprint. I'm just creating a package. I'm creating a package of wealth and fame to pass to them. Okay? That's my job. So I asked them, do you feel that I'm a bad influence on Rian? Because obviously Rian, at times, when he's with me, when he's going out with me, so which is Sundays or Saturday nights, he tries to dress like me. He tries to make his hair like me. Okay? Doesn't mean he talks like me, acts like me, walks like me, does things like me. It's just visuals. So obviously I'm a big influence on him. When he's not with me, he's got his own jive going, right? So I asked her, do you worry that I'm a bad influence on Rian? She said, no, I think you're an amazing influence on Rian. I just don't want Rian to swear like you, okay? And as long as he doesn't swear at you, you're an amazing influence on him. And I said, yeah, you know what? This swearing shit is Rian's choice, and he doesn't swear, and even if he did swear, I'll be on his case. You know what I mean? Rian's development is just phenomenal, right? So, we've coddled him a lot, right? Especially on the cricket side and everything side. You have to coddle little children. Now he's nearly 14 years old. He plays way less cricket, although he still plays, right? But he plays soccer by his own choice, okay? He has his own personality in his videos and stuff. He does what he wants to do. And when I tell him to do videos, I'll say, you just be you, right? And if he wants to mimic some of the stuff that I do, or use that as a foundation, he does. And if you watch Rian's videos, it's his own brand of comedy. It's his own brand of comedy, which is very much his pop culture, primarily soccer-related brand of comedy, okay? And I'm so proud of him because in his videos, he brings his own brand of comedy completely. He's using my method as a base, okay? But I've never guided him, scripted him. I've never scripted myself. And he's been sensational, but also he's not obsessed with social media in any ways, right? Go and look at Rian's account, at Rian Melwani. Great account. But how often does he post, right? His posts are so few and far between, but he's got a lot of content. You know what I'm saying? I mean, whatever he does for himself and for Sam Taylor, it reflects his personality, not mine. Right now, he's decided to uptake running. So every Monday after school, because he has no money, he's given up some cricket. Every Monday after school, he does an 8K run. It's pretty good for a 13-year-old boy, right? So, I mean, you guys can bark on about my kids as much as you want, right? I mean, shame on you, right? I mean, you might as well call the social services on me. Why don't you all go ahead and do that? And let the social services fucking come and see how set up my kids are. Let the social services lock my kids up in a fucking room, right? And interview my children and ask them, are they happy if there's anything wrong? I dare you all to do that. And I dare them to come. And I dare them to try and find any case against me, okay? I mean, you've got to be so stupid. I've been saying since I've been broadcasting that the way my father was towards me taught me to be the great father that I am to them. In every interview I've done, people always say, Roshan, the way you are with your dad, with your kids, where has it come about? And I said, look, one of the great lessons I learned from my dad was how to be a good father, because he wasn't, right? He's a real fucking asshole. He still is till today. I mean, he has his wonderful moments. They're extremely few and far between, which is such a shame. But most of the time, 99.999% of the time, he's a fucking asshole. And having been subjected to that my whole life, till today, how do you think I'm going to be towards my kids? Right? I'm so liberating for them. I give my kids a platform, okay? A platform of courage, a platform of wealth, and a platform of stability to then go out and be whoever they may want to be. It's entirely up to them. What I gave Saria and Rian a lesson on Monday. I said, look, you are your own car, a bumper car. You drive your car whichever way you want, forwards, backwards, sideways. I'm just the bumpers, the bridge on the side, to stop you from falling. I'm not here to guide you unless you ask me some advice. Even when you ask me some advice, I'll break down the options and you'll make your decision. But you keep driving along the road of life, okay? And I'm just there to hold you and protect you. And that's what I do. I'm not here, same thing with my clothes. I've told every reporter, I've told every client, I've told you, I've done so much fucking media, right? I say to my clients, I say to the reporters, I say my job is not to dictate. My job is to create. My job is to bring my clients' vision to life. Whether they have one or not, they know they have one or not, they don't know they have one or not, whatever it is, I will deep dive into them. I know how to. I'm so experienced. I'm the #1 tailor on the planet when it comes to design and bringing people's visions to life. And I do the same thing for my children. With all the negativity and all the hate and all the bad vibes, you bring it on. I want you to bring it on because there is a God and I'm a Hindu, okay? All right? There is a God and I'm a Hindu, okay? So bring on the nazar, all right? Bring on the dirt. Please bring on the dirt. The fact that these bitches talk about me, I own them already. You know what I mean? They got fucking nothing in their life. They got nothing in their life that not only they want to talk about me, I want to talk about my daughters. Not just about my daughters now, because they know nothing about my daughters now, so they have nothing to say, but how potentially my daughters will be later on. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think it's the sickest and most disgusting thing ever to talk about one's children. It's the sickest and most disgusting thing to talk about one's children, and that one being me, who you don't know me. All you see me is on my screen. If you don't like me, why don't you turn me off? It doesn't make any sense to me, right? And, you know, I know that I'm not in this bucket of humanity. And you guys know I'm not in this bucket of humanity. From day one, since I started streaming and stuff, I told you I don't like the hate. I don't like the negativity. I don't like the jokes. I don't like your sense of humor. I don't like it. I like seriousness. Okay? I like seriousness. I mean, don't tell me, oh, say something and it's a joke. Don't like the hate. It's not me. And my family know that. And if there's one thing that I teach my children is don't be these fuckers who write dirt in the comments, and don't be one of the pussies who get scared of the comments. Papa is here for you. I tell my wife always, I'm so fucking here for you, babe. I'll fucking bleed for you. You don't have to worry about anything. You go do what the fuck you want, I'll back your ass up. Same thing with my kids. Do what the fuck you want, I'll back your ass up. You go do what the fuck you want. I'm the big bad wolf. If you don't believe I'm the big bad wolf, no problem. I'm the self-proclaimed big bad wolf. Okay? I tell my wife and kids always, you do what the fuck you want, I back you up. Okay? So yeah, the beggars that bark. When I say you're a beggar, it doesn't mean you don't have cash. You're begging for attention, the most disgusting of attention. And you're begging in my feeds. You're constantly begging like the beggars, you're barking like the beggars you are in my feeds. Good luck, because I fucking own you. Good luck, because I fucking own you. You know what I'm saying? And that's pretty much it. Let me look at some of my notes and talk to you about some other stuff. So I had Miles Meridian yesterday. I believe it was yesterday. We arranged this late Friday night before I went to bed. He landed early Saturday morning. We did some incredible BTS shooting. Now you've got to watch this. It's on my YouTube and it's on my Insta. It's about 1 hour, 30 minutes long. Watch the BTS. It's pure BTS. There is no scripting. I literally met him that morning for the first time in my life. Go ahead and watch that stuff. It is yet another accolade which I have done, conjured up out of the blue today. I'm in Hong Kong and I'm taking clients out for lunch today. The vibe this week at the shop, oh my goodness. You know what I mean? I did a live stream to Austin, Texas, early in the week. Sold a man a beautiful burgundy suit. Actually, the burgundy suit is right here. Guys, you need to pick up these suits. Sold a man this beautiful burgundy suit. It's already ready. One of my newest fabrics. Fantasia, Hesworth lining, their Fantasia collection. That is on my Insta and on my YouTube. And you can watch this great presentation. You can watch this huge, disgusting outburst about my father. I just said something really sweet about my dad. And then the outburst that he made is you should hear it. Then you will believe me. Then you will believe me. You'll not think to yourself that I'm just talking shit and trashing on my dad all the time. Watch the live stream. Watch the sweet stuff that I say about my dad. And then hear the disgustingness that he speaks. Okay? It's all there. But the vibe of the shop recently has been awesome, okay? It has been fucking awesome. If you stay with me all the way through to the end, I will answer all your questions so wholeheartedly, so honestly, all right? But you've got to stay with me. 9 million foreign visitors, that is non-mainland Chinese visitors. 9 million foreign visitors have come to Hong Kong. This is non-mainland Chinese. Okay, can be Singapore, can be Kuala Lumpur, can be Japan, can be South Korea. You can say no white people are coming here. Okay, you woke white West bastards. Okay, say no white people are coming here. No, we don't fucking need you. Okay, you mean if Russians are coming, Uzbekistanis are coming, Ukrainians are coming, Saudis are coming, Kuwaitis are coming, Iraqis are coming, Qataris are coming, Filipinos are coming, Japanese are coming, South Koreans are coming, Taiwanese are coming. We're very, very happy. Okay, but we got 9 million foreign visitors to Hong Kong in the first 10 months of this year. Now, it still is not like pre-pandemic levels, but long may it continue. Of course, there's about tens of millions, say 30-odd million mainland Chinese visitors, but they have nothing to do with my business. Okay? Nothing at all to do with my business. My business is with local Hong Kongers and people who visit, whether in a business capacity or tourism. Okay? And long may that vibe continue. And I implore you, encourage you, dare I say, beg you, plead with you, recommend to you, come to Hong Kong this festive season. No one does festivity outside the white nations, the white Christian nations, like we do. Okay, so when it's coming to Christmas now, it's already Christmas in Hong Kong. It is sensational. Our government will roll out the red carpet for you. If you've never visited Hong Kong, come. If you have, come again. The vibe here is fucking killing it. And it's real. And Chinese people are placid. Asians are placid. So I'm shooting on the street yesterday. Impromptu. Saria's holding one camera. Doji's holding 2 cameras. And me and Miles at the middle of Nathan Road. Right outside Sasa, which is a perfumery. Massive perfumery. And there's one giant delivery cart that comes behind us. Boxes and boxes and stops. Then another giant delivery cart. Boxes and boxes and boxes and stops behind Saria. Okay? And there's so many Chinese people, they take another cameras, they're recording us and stuff. When we were done with all of this, I was very conscious of what's going on. When I wrapped up with Miles at the end of the day, I said to Miles, I said, can you see how placid people in Asia? If we were in New York or London or any white country, they'll be yelling at us for taking up the streets. Well, how long are we taking the streets up for? 5 minutes. What are we doing it for? For promotion of the city. Who will it help? Everybody. Right? We're not being paid to take up the streets for 5 minutes. We're trying to promote the city here, right? It's old school economics, right? If you benefit your city, if Starbucks makes money, Ritz-Carlton makes money, Ritz-Carlton makes money, then, I don't know, I got some violation warning suddenly on TikTok yet again. I don't even know what I'm doing. Then Sam's Taylor will make money. It's very, very, very old school economics. All right, there's absolutely nothing to do with. Oh, let me have a fucking selfie here. Look, I'm in Hong Kong. Let me show this to the gram. We're not doing stuff like that. And people recognize that. People recognize that we were 2 personalities. And people gave us the space to do it. The shopkeepers didn't say, hey, get the fuck out of our store. Hong Kong is a wonderful place. The people are so sweet, they're so placid. There's no guns, there's no violence, there's no rape, there's no murder. It's amazing. I had my friend Alan in town. I went to school with him 1 year from the age of 11 to 12. And we stayed in touch once Facebook came out. And he comes to visit me every year, came to visit me in London. I took him out for the most high-class dinner Saturday night. I took him out for the Friday night, the most high-class dinner last night. You can see some of the clips on my Insta stories. And, you know, you look at the Chinese people, so we're the only Indians in the room, only non-Chinese in the room in these two amazing restaurants. Yet the serving staff, their English is not like my English. But they work so hard to communicate with us so well in English, and they're so sweet. Really, it's our responsibility to integrate. Really, it's our responsibility. You go to a foreign country, you integrate, you speak their language. It's not them for you, not for them to help you. But this is how Hong Kong is. It has been and has always been and always will be so good to foreigners. It's such a great place. And you must come and have a visit. It's absolutely brilliant. You know, the lack of value my father and uncle have for me and what I've been doing, RE Media and just everything else, how they still don't realize what I've done and what they've saved money in terms of having to pay social media people, right? I mean, they just don't realize it, and they generally believe that the business still runs on their past accolades. Oh, they made suits for President Clinton. You know what I mean? It is so cumbersome, you know what I mean, that they continuously have this thing. Once a week, each of them will say, hey, fuck you, you're nothing. You know what I mean? I'm just summating their words. Hey, fuck you, you're nothing. We are the boss. This is individual conversations, not group conversations. So they're not coming at me together. And that's it, right? And hence the birth of the Watchman Hour. So from the dawn of my career, and I've talked about this, they never wanted me to be expansive. They just wanted me to sit so they could go for their lunches and cocktails and dinners and meetings. And that's the truth. But how can I do that, right? How can I be a puppet? That's an Indian word. How can I be like some sort of like little puppet or some little dog, right? So they don't even understand the magnitude of the work that I did, the amount of views that I garnered. I mean, they stole my Cameo money as well. I think I'm revealing this for the first time. They didn't steal it. They were like on my case for 2 years, saying that you shoot cameos in the store. I shoot them out of the store as well. That people are buying cameos from you because you work for us. We want the money. Okay, I said, it's my talent, my fans. It's that. This went on for 2 long years. In order for me to go on my vacation, which was also a business trip to London, I had to pay them. So I took whatever was in my Cameo account, which I never emptied, okay, which was a very sizable amount of money, and I gave them the money. Okay, we're talking about tens of thousands of US dollars here. All right, and no thank you, no nothing. I've split the money half in 2 checks, and they put in their accounts, and that was it. Now, of course, my salary is very, very high, right? Don't misunderstand me. But this is a nice bonus that I thought that I'd earned on my own, just like, say, my dad would gamble on a horse or buy stocks and make money and it's his own. But I guess it wasn't. They needed that. They wanted that, right? They refused Plenty of Consent merchandise to sell in the store. We had to end up selling all of our Plenty of Consent stock and try and get rid of it because that's another story. I'll save it for another day, right? It's not like I lost any money in there. But I made very, very little money from my efforts, but we're going to do Plenty of Consent round 2. That's a conversation for another day. But they don't realize the value that I brought. How many newspaper articles, full page have I brought? How many newspapers and articles and video reports in newspapers I procured during the pandemic? People were so interested in what I'm doing. How many newspaper, magazine, and online articles and Facebook and Instagram articles on me, like, who is this guy, the crazy guy, the TikTok tailor? How does he do it, right? I mean, if you want to generate this type of publicity, you have to pay a publicist. Okay? I do all the videos quick and dirty, all myself, all day, everything, 4:30, every day, do it. Get Sam Steeler out there, Sam Steeler. How many clients show up for me every day? Okay? I've, re-injected the business, re-given birth to the business, all right? And they don't see it. Or maybe they do, but they don't acknowledge it, but they're so dirty, you know what I mean? The only good thing is is the cash, right? And it should be even more cash, okay? My lifestyle is extremely expensive, but I want more cash. I deserve more cash. I deserve more cash to, burn. Very, very, very tough people. Generally, business believe that the business is running on their past accolades. forgot completely that for 3 years they had no business themselves and all the business was mine. Are so stupid, even though they realize everyone coming through the door is coming for me. All right, but that just shows you the type of people they are, and it's a very tough situation. You know what I mean? People in the West, they run away if their boss shouts at them and they report their boss and their boss gets fired or reprimanded. You know what I mean? I mean, that's just weakness. That's weakness. Your boss yelled at you. Now your boss has to be reprimanded. Your boss worked for 25 years, you worked for 2.5 months. Your boss was stern with you, and you want to report them. How are you going to be a leader in the future? You did something wrong, or you did something not good enough, and your boss of 10 years, 5 years, 7 years, 12 years, 15 years, 3 years, 4 years, he's your boss, right? He told you off. You're not allowed to be told off. I'm 21 years old, 22 years old, I've just come out of Carnegie Mellon, and you can't fucking tell me off, you know? So you go, I'm going to report you to HR. And then you fuck the guy who's been fucking working for the company, and who the fuck are you? Now, I'm telling you, white countries, right? If you keep going for this DEI, if you keep going for this wokeness, if you keep going for this employee empowerment, if you keep going for the lower people empowerment, you're fucked. I'm telling you, you're fucked. You cannot fly free. You just can't. It's not going to happen for you, you know what I'm saying? I'm so glad I'm here in Asia where there's no, you know, the phenomena of political correctness doesn't exist. People work here. You know what I'm saying? There's no sensitivity here. There's a food chain and there's a hierarchy. Yes, all of you should like and share the live. Please keep tapping the screen, like and share the live. There's no, hey, you shouted at me. What the fuck? I shouted, you fucked up. You know how much of my staff fuck up? They fuck up so much. Hardly even shout. I shout at my staff for the little things because they're stupid. I don't shout at the big things because the big things, they fucked up completely. I've lost a ton of cash. It's done is done. What will I do? I'm the one eating it, right? Because I'm an entrepreneur, right? I'm not a listed company, right? I'm the one eating it. So yeah, I just got to move on. I mean, I'm like, that's it. I just got fucked. I got fucked by my staff. I get fucked by my staff all the time. But good luck to you guys. And the book of rules that you built for your companies, where the little people can report the big people, okay? And the big people get reprimanded or whatever, or have to go to some training, sensitivity training or something, okay? Good luck to you, because that's the way you're building your world. You're already lost. Asia's already won. 100%. Okay, I guarantee you that, all right? And those of you who don't buy into sensitivity and you live in the woke white West world, please fuck these people up. You know what I mean? Seriously. Enough of this bullshit. You know what I mean? I learned last night at dinner. I couldn't believe it. Went for a beautiful dinner last night with 2 white people, okay? And I learned you cannot call it a blackboard anymore. It has to be called a chalkboard. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? You cannot call it a blackboard? You have to call it a chalkboard? I'm like, thank you God I'm in Asia. Fuck that. I'm in Asia, man. It doesn't make any fucking sense. I'll teach you something. I really need to fucking piss. Hey, anybody here? Mira, you here?
I'm a customer, sir.
Is anybody free?
No.
Fuck. I piss like a bastard. You know, remember your style is your business card. Okay? Honestly, and what I'm wearing today, this is my business card. Whoever the fuck will see me today, all right? Whoever the fuck will see me today, this is the look that I want to give off, all right? This is a purposeful look, all right? I'll walk the city, people will know me, they will recognize me, blah, blah, blah. This is the style that I give off today. And you all know the style that I give off 6 days a week and stuff. But your style is your business card, whether you believe it or not, okay? Do not buy into, please, this bullshit t-shirt and jeans philosophy. There's only one Tim Cook, okay? And he's copying the first guy. What's the first guy's fucking name? There's only one Steve Jobs, all right? And Steve Jobs went through a lot of shit, okay? Life for him was super hard, all right? Super hard before he became a breakout, amazing success. Okay? Life for him was super hard. Everybody tap the screen and share the live, right? Everyone's going to send the live to whoever they want so they can listen. Life for Steve Jobs was super hard, okay? Till he broke out. Don't think wearing the black t-shirt and the blue jeans is going to get you anywhere. It's done. Alright? You want something, you better dress up. Saying to yourself and making YouTube videos and watching these other YouTubers say, hey, I want to keep life simple, I'm a minimalistic, I wear the same black t-shirt, same Dockers every day, keeps life simple, keeps life simple, keeps you looking like a fucking stupid fuck. Okay? It keeps you looking like a stupid fuck. I'm not here to tell you to castigate you. I'm not here to castigate you. I'm here to tell you honestly, if you at least try to buy into my advice, please. Okay? I'm a successful, world-renowned personality. Okay? At least try what I'm telling you. If it doesn't work, you can say, all get your phone to say, Roshan Melwani is a piece of shit. But before you do that, try, dress up. If Steve Jobs dressed up, maybe he would have gotten where he finally got faster. Maybe we would have been taken more seriously instead of being shut on. Okay? He's a once-in-a-billion story. Okay? Elon Musk still dresses up. He's a once-in-a-billion story. Okay? Steve Jobs. You at your age, whether you're 18, 22, 28, 32, 34, if you're thinking that this minimalist lifestyle t-shirt and jeans is going to work, I mean, I'm telling you my prediction, no hate, my prediction based on the fact of how old I am and how hard I work and what I've achieved, is that you're going to fail. This is stupid. Listen, let me tell you something that I learned before President Trump won his first term. I took two white guys. One is a uber successful, world-renowned spine surgeon. So successful, I think he's from Cleveland or something, he's from Indianapolis. And he just does pro bono work in Cambodia now. And the other guy is an uber successful guy in Los Angeles who is not a Democrat. And he imports everything from China. They were great clients of mine. My kids were very young. This is way pre-pandemic. So when did President Trump get elected first time? 2016 to 2017? So this is before that election. After lunch, we went to Spanish restaurant for lunch, and I took them to the Jockey Club. We had coffee and dessert there. And they both said, they were both staunch Republicans, and they both said that conservatives are in the closet. All right? Conservatives are in the closet. And what that means is that you go out to the dinner party, and the leftists will bark, but the conservatives will keep quiet. And they all said the conservatives are in the closet, and this election, Trump is going to fucking slam her. And he did. He slammed Hillary. Okay? He slammed Hillary. And I'm telling you, right? You may think you're smart wearing your t-shirt and jeans, same t-shirt, same jeans, garbage, t-shirt and basketball shorts, flip-flops, showing your dirty, dirty white toes on, you know what I mean, to people. Okay? You may think, hey, yeah, bro, that's my look, and I don't need to do anything else because I'm a great coder, I'm great at AI, I'm a great designer, I'm doing this, that. Listen, you already reached your fucking ceiling. The steps you're taking are very small. No matter how large that group was of minimalists, that group is shrinking. Nobody's taking that group seriously anymore. And we're back to the old days that if you can't look after yourself and show to everybody around you that you're serious about you, okay, then nobody's going to take you seriously no matter how smart you are, because there's so many smart people everywhere that make an effort on other things, not just what they're trying to pitch themselves for. And that's that. Don't be so egotistical that you think to yourself that you can wear what you want, dress how you want, talk how you want, and because you're good at what you do, you'll be successful. I wear the most magnificent of three-piece suits every day. Okay? I'm as good as it gets on this planet for the service that I offer. Okay? And the product that I offer. But I never stop trying to improve the way I dress. Alright? I'm telling you. The physical business card for you may be dead, not for me. I have business cards with me all the time. Alright? And anybody who comes up to me, of any relevance, marginal relevance, not some, 14-year-old, I don't know, maybe even some 14-year-old, I hand out my card. Whether they come to buy a suit of me or not. It's something physical that they can hang on to, even if they throw it straight away. But they will look at it. Okay? It's got my name, it's got my address, it's got my title. But really, honestly, the way you dress, your style, is your business card. So do not buy into this bullshit jeans and t-shirt philosophy, t-shirt and shorts philosophy, and t-shirt and flip-flop philosophy. If you want to move away from that, this polo and cotton pants won't cut it anymore. It doesn't. You white people call it a button-down. I know what a button-down, but it's a fucking shirt. You know what is a button-down? Button-down with button. It's a fucking shirt, you dumb fucking Americans. Fucking stupid fuckers. Why do you want to reinvent the Queen's English? Button-down, button-down, button-down. The fuck is a button-down? It's a goddamn shirt. And if you think a shirt and your Lululemon pants is going to cut it, okay? Or your Dockers or whatever, bro, it's not going to cut it. At the very least, get a great blazer from me and dress it up. And you can't afford me, buy a Zara blazer. Okay, show off more to the people above you what a piece of shit you are. Okay, but at least you'll differentiate yourself still from the pieces of shit that are below you, that are not willing to wear that blazer. Okay, I'm gonna take a piss. I'll be back. Stay with me. Can you hear me? I hope all of you stayed. It'll be worth it now that I'm much more relaxed. I'm not trying to tell you to be like me, right? I'm never trying to tell you to be like me. And I don't even try to tell you to like me. I'm not interested in any of that stuff. I think the one thing that I've said so much over and over to you guys is that do not lead with hate. What's the point? Why is the first thing that comes from your mouth have to be so dirty? Why do you have to insult people, tease people, abuse people, swear at people? Why do you pray for people to go to jail? Why do you say this guy should be arrested? Why do you say that the person should be cancelled? Why do you hope for bad to come to others? I've always said that I don't pray to God for things, okay? I just thank God every day. So I'm always thanking God. Thank you, God for, maybe when I was a little boy, I pray for things. Can I have these fucking things for Christmas. And Jesus, my parents never give me anything I want. Fucking cheap ass fucks. I never pray to God. I always thank God. Thank God, thank God, God, thank you. You know, what the business I have, the money I have, my children, they're so beautiful. You know, my wife is a stunner. Have you guys seen my wife? Have you seen my wife? Have you seen my children? Nobody wants to answer them when I'm asking anything? Have any of you seen my wife? Have any of you seen my children? Are they not gorgeous? I never pray to God. I thank God. I thank God for making me be able to pivot. Thank God for me to be able to keep on being successful. I thank God, you know, I keep making money. I thank God for my beautiful children. But yes, I did pray to God because I was scared when my wife was pregnant each time. Scared because having a child that is not perfect is not something that my dad is into. Okay? My dad would not be able to accept a child that is not perfect. And I'm very rarely scared. And I don't even know if fear is the right word. But my dad cannot accept a child that's not perfect. You know what I mean? Physically, mentally, visually and stuff. So I knew that if anything was wrong with my children, it would be this huge stigma. And my dad would just, you know, I shudder to imagine how he would be. So that's the one time that I prayed to God, please give me these 3 pristine children. And he gave it to me. He fucking gave it to me. The one time I prayed. You know what I mean? This is one thing that wasn't in my hands, and I'm so fucking grateful. And I always tell you guys, don't lead with hate. Why the dirtiness? You know what I mean? Why are you spewing hate all the time? Where does it come from? It's not my generation. You know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't even make any sense. When people talk about you, right? Whether it's good or bad, right? When people shit on you, okay? Let's focus on the bad, all right? When people talk about you, the noise, this is an asset. It's an asset. When people talk about you, it is an asset. Believe me. Don't believe it. Don't follow the crowd. The crowd are cowards who heard. Okay? Don't believe the psychology on YouTube. Don't believe the psych anywhere. Okay? Okay? Don't believe the psychology everywhere. That people who don't post are very confident in who they are. Blah blah blah. It's bullshit, bro. It's fucking bullshit. Okay? People talking about you as an asset. The noise they generate, whether it's likes or hate, that is currency. Okay? That is currency. I repeat it again. People talking about you as an asset, the noise they generate about you, good or bad, is currency. Okay? Haven't heard this just from me, and you're not hearing about this for the first time. Okay? The fact that these cunts speak about you, the fact that they take time out of their day to speak about you, gives you empowerment over them. I guarantee you that. Okay? A lot of people say, no, people are not jealous when they're defending them. They'll come to you and say, hey, you know what? This one said that about you. You shut down the conversation with they're just jealous. Okay? Say you use that like, no, they're not jealous. Why do you think they're jealous? Is that you are really like that, this and that. The fact that they take their time out of the day to speak about you gives you empowerment over them. Whether it's the person himself who's spewing hate or the deliverer of the hate message based on that person, based on what they heard. You have empowerment over them. Their hate is an echo of your success. I promise you that. Their hate is an echo of your success because they are too cowardly to come and congratulate you. Not that I'm looking for congratulations, and neither is David Beckham, and neither is Andrew Tate, and nobody, I'm not putting myself in that category. Nobody needs it. They already know their accolades. I already know my accolades. I already know that I worked with Miles Moretti yesterday. I already know that I went to a top restaurant for dinner yesterday, and I took 2 guests from the United Kingdom. I already know I went to a top restaurant the night before and took 2 guests from the United Kingdom. I already know I went to a top restaurant last Saturday and took a guest from the United States. I already know what I'm accomplishing. Okay? I don't need to be reminded of my accolades. If my own father doesn't tell me he's proud of me, he shits on me. My own uncle doesn't tell me he's proud of me, he shits on me. My own wife doesn't give a fuck about what I do, as long as she's getting the money to live her life, right? You know what I'm saying? Then do you think I need accolades from you guys or acknowledgement? And there's no disrespect to you guys, okay, at all. People talking about you is an asset. The noise they generate, whether it's nice stuff or hate, is currency. Currency that's being put in your pocket by them. Okay? by them. The fact that they take time out of their day to speak about you gives you empowerment over them, I promise you. Okay? Their hate is an echo of your success, without a doubt. Your achievement and action is something they can only dream of. They can only dream of being like you. They can only dream of doing stuff like you, saying stuff like you, being as confident as you, being a person of action. They can only dream. But they are cowards. They are cowards who want to stay in a safe place. So if there's a YouTube video from a supposed psychologist that says, the people who don't post, who don't put their lives out there, they said they're actually the better people. No, that's the psychologist who is the coward. Okay? That's the psychologist who's the coward, who's making a YouTube video based on the fact that she has a master's in psychology and is saying it's okay. But it's not okay. Okay? I literally post everything that you could use to blackmail me. Okay? I have no fucking fear. Because everything I post is parody. Okay? So if you take me to any judge in the world, in any country, okay, you will be thrown out, and then I will file a civil case against you. Okay? I will say this again, please screen record it. I literally post everything that you could use to blackmail me, defame me, embarrass me, shame me, deride me, talk shit about me. Should I go on? Need I go on? Let me repeat. I literally post everything that you could use to blackmail me, defame me, embarrass me, shame me, deride me, talk shit about me. Should I stop? Do I need to go on? Take it to the judge. Okay? Everything I do is a parody. We all know this. Take it to the judge. Get your goddamn fucking stupid case thrown out, and then watch me file the greatest civil case on you ever. Always remember one thing. Do you have the disposable income to roll with me in a litigation case, in a defamation case? Okay? If you want to sue me, right? Do you have the disposable income? Cash that you can burn through giving to the lawyers. Do you have this disposable income? Cash that you can burn through. Papa, you want to say hi, please? Say hi. No, please just say hi. Papa, they always ask about you. That's not fair. You know what I mean? They are our fans.
What?
All three screens.
How?
No, they cannot bend down. Show you, this is my father, okay? This is Instagram, this is TikTok, this is YouTube, okay? Thank you. I give respect to my father always, no matter what. You know what I mean? Take it to the judge. He will throw your fucking stupid case out. Okay? Call social services, call the fucking cops. Call it, watch me win, and watch me come after you in a civil case. And then understand in a civil case, do you have do you have cash that you can burn through to give to your lawyers? Or will you lose to me? Huh? Will you lose to me? You think about that. People forget, right, that I had Imagine Dragons in my house. People forget that I had Meta World Peace, Ron Artest in my house, right? People forget I had breakfast with Alan Shearer, lunch with Les Ferdinand, lunch with Matt Letizia and James Beattie. Should I go on and on and on? Should I go on? Huh? Dinner with the U.S. Consul General. I'm working with the current U.S. Consul General. Should I go on? Should I go on and on? You know what I'm saying? So you're telling me, right, that these people who make millions a year, right, they're in their mind, they're risking something to be with me? Or they realize that you are the stupid cunts out there? Huh? Who's the stupid cunt? Tell me who's the stupid cunt. Can you tell me who's the stupid cunt? I'm not looking to be your hero here, all right? I do a lot of business, and I'm given a lot of love wherever I walk. And this is another facet to me that I've developed. I don't have to do this. I could stand like the Watchman for 1 hour and then I can go play FIFA. Okay? I didn't know we'd get to this stage. All right? But remember my achievements. I'm going to do an achievement show at the end of the year, just to tell you what I've achieved in 2025, just to go over that. Fuckers who don't even shop with me. Fuckers who don't even shop with me will shit on me. They'll tell me to fix up my store. So many times when I've had interviews with CNN, BBC, and other news agencies, so they cut their 3-minute, 4-minute, 5-minute, whatever piece, right? I've got all the BTS, right? Release the BTS later. Whatever piece they cut, they either give it to me or I screen record it and I put it on my socials. And fuckers who shop with me, like 1 or 2 suits, fuckers who don't even shop with me, okay? Most people who don't even shop with me, they will give me screenshots of this CNN report, BBC report, Arjan France report, and they'll have a zoom in of a screenshot and look and circle these hangers. No, congratulations, Roshan, you're on CNN and BBC and you've been broadcast around the world. Bro, shouldn't you have better hangers? Bro, this is the one thing that I've gotten the most. Bro, shouldn't you have better hangers? Okay? From men and women. Fuckers who don't even shop with me. Okay? Fuckers who do shop with me. Fuckers who are my friends. Bitches who are supposed to be, you know, looking after me and stuff. They will screenshot part of a CNN interview, exclusive CNN, big CNN interview, broadcast around the world, please, or BBC or whatever it may be, and they'll focus on this, on how is your shop? Your shop is a mess, your shop is a mess, your shop is a mess. My shop is fucking pumping every day, okay? My shop is an atelier. We actually do work here. There's no glamness. I might talk about this in this episode, but it's already gone 66 minutes. So I'm going to focus on some of my dreams and how they didn't work out next week, okay? But this is the kind of garbage that's out there. Fuckers will say stuff like this, like fix up your shop. Not, hey bro, you're on CNN and you're killing it globally. I think I'm going to talk about some interesting stuff, other interesting stuff next week, because we've already surpassed an hour. I know I did go for a long piss. It wasn't that long. It's really hard for me to sit here. Actually, nothing is hard for me. I always say that if you go out and cross the road, you could run over. But I wish I had mobile cameras. Like I had 3 people shooting me. So I actually walk around and talk to you. I could show you so much stuff and like back up so much stuff. I'm sitting in my back office. I've got Nino Cerruti here with my father. I've got, my glasses on. I've got the Village People with my father. I've got David Hasselhoff, you know, David Hasselhoff, Knight Rider, and Baywatch. I've got Elton John there with my dad. I've got Paul McCartney, Leo DiCaprio. I've got the Emperor of Japan, some other royals which I can't see. I've got this Korean actor Lee Byung-hun with my dad. I've got some other famous Hollywood director. I've got David Bowie. I've got this guy who worked in the Trump administration on trade. Can't see so many small photos just in the office here. I've got one of the 2 presidents of the Philippines with my father. I've got President Modi. I've got President Trump. I've got Van Damme. What's that Van Damme guy's name? And I've got Richard Quest from CNN. Just looking that way, in the office. I've got an astronaut, not Buzz Aldrin, not Lance, whatever the fuck his name was, the number 3 guy. I've got John Bon Jovi here. It's fucking incredible. You know, I've got Les Ferdinand up here. I've got all my awards. I've got Frank Bruno. I've got Viv Richards. Just in the fucking office. Just in the fucking office. You know what I'm saying? Just in the fucking office. If I could take you around, it would be crazy. I've gone for 68 minutes. I've talked about a lot of stuff. I will take a break and answer questions. And if there are questions, otherwise I'll go on to another topic, okay? Because, you know, you've already been with me 60 minutes. Do you have questions? I'll take them now. If there's no questions, I might do one other topic or I might shut down. If you want to ask me questions, you got to come quick and fast. There's enough of you on both streams, 3 streams. Even if half of you ask a decent question, we can have a conversation. What do you want to be remembered for? I don't care. I'm not thinking about my death. How was your experience working for other companies like right after college? It was a very long time ago, but they shaped me to be who I am and stuff, which is very, very hardworking. Because the companies I work for, if you fucked up, we lived in an older day where the boss can shout at you, tell you or fire you. We didn't live in this pussy day where you've got fucking bitches complaining and making shit up and stuff about sexual harassment and, you know, black people barking on about racism and all that stuff. I mean, we didn't live in an era. I mean, I like all people. Do I think slots should be sacked? I never think that anyone should be fired from their job. That's just not the type of person that I am. I tie one specific knot. It's the Roshan knot. You see it every day on me. Guys, you've got to give me questions. Otherwise, it doesn't work that way. You know what I mean? I can't sit here begging for questions. My monthly expenses are insane. It's at least 500,000 Hong Kong a month. Okay, so what currency is 50,000 pounds a month? It's just my expenses. Maybe it's more. So about 65,000 US a month is my expense. Okay, about 50,000 pounds a month, something like that. Probably more. Probably probably would be too sick to give you the real amount. If you have questions, and no questions came, there were so many during the stream. So I never understand this part. I don't make goals. I've explained that many, many times. Boo, Mansoor. I just grind. I wake up the next day and grind. I mean, I make a lot of money, right? I make a lot of money because my expenses are high. My lifestyle is high, right? You know, I spoiled my wife and kids from a very early age. I made big mistakes. And so forth. So nobody's asking questions at all, even though I gave the floor to you. You know what I mean? You're talking about nonsense about Chinese massages and stuff and ridiculous stuff. So, you know, my kids, they're 16, 14, 13, okay? And they're very grown up, okay? I know they're more grown up than me than I was at that age, all right? And I can't believe how mature and intelligent and endearing they are. Like this is what I was talking about earlier. There's a guy who goes Ed Hardy, LOL, right? Like lead with hate. You're doomed to fail. Listen, you don't have to be a religious person. I'm telling you this and I'm not cursing you. God will punish you if you lead with hate, okay? Look, you've had your chance to answer questions, okay? I gave you a few minutes. None of you asked a single question, okay? I know that if my kids, you know, they left school right now and joined me, okay? And I'm not saying that I want them to. Of course, it'd be a dream for them to do so. So I'd be with them every single day. If they left school right now and joined me, they would be more than capable of handling my business and expanding it. Now, I'm going to end there because there's a big topic I want to talk about, okay? Which I'm going to leave to next week. So I'm going to, if I had a highlighter, my highlighters get stolen all the time. Mira, you have my highlighters, which you've stolen again. You know what I mean? I've given you guys, you lose your stuff, but you fucking steal my stuff. So there's some big topics that I want to talk about next week. So give me a white fucking highlighter. You fuckers as always steal my stationery. Fuckers. Real fuckers here. I can't work in the West. You guys have weird rules where you all the people at the bottom of the food chain, all the poor, all the welfare, they have more rights than the people at the top of the food chain and the rich. Okay? I don't know what the fuck you got going on in the woke white West. You guys fuck the rich, you fuck the smart, you fuck the wealthy, you fuck the accomplished. And you put all the power in the hands of the poor. I need a highlighter. Need a highlighter. You guys have taken mine. Don't take my stuff and not return it. You guys in the West, fuck the rich, fuck the hardworking, fuck the people higher up the thing. Are you bringing? At least tell me you're bringing the highlighter. You know, fucked up stuff. I tell you nonsense. They steal my pens. They steal my highlighter. They leave them out. You know what I mean?
What is it?
Nothing. This is for next week. What a great topic to lead off with next week. We've got some side bits to talk about next week. But I'm going to leave you with something about Hong Kong. I covered all this. And I've covered this. and I'm going to leave this for next week, and I'm going to leave you with something for Hong Kong. I'm going to give you an answer to an opportunity to answer questions again. Hong Kong ranked globally for sales homes, okay, with 10 million US dollars or more in the third quarter of this year, with 56 transactions, according to Knight Frank. I can't even believe that's true. It can't be fucking 56 transactions in the third quarter, even if it was the year. This city, Hong Kong, has only trailed Dubai's 103, New York 74, and Los Angeles 64 transactions, home transactions, worth over 10 million US dollars. The big difference, though, okay, is that the price per square foot, or the price per square meter here in Hong Kong is way more higher. We have a wonderful talent scheme here in Hong Kong that the government has set up, welcoming people who make X amount of money a month or who went to Harvard and Princeton, give them a visa automatically to come here. And they have been doing really well in the rental market, and a lot of them hope to buy. So Hong Kong is totally on the up. I'm telling you, move here, 15% tax, come here for vacation. I've talked about it so much. Come to Hong Kong, all right? I've got a huge topic that I didn't get time to cover today because we've already gone well over 76 minutes now. But I will give you your second chance to answer questions, and they need to come thick and fast. What made you so energized about making videos? I don't understand the question. I need really proper English. What am I talking about? You just jumped on to spew hate? The handsome born in Hong Kong? I was born in Hong Kong, right, which is China, but I'm Indian. Do you guys want to ask questions or not? You're asking me where's my suit. Are you really that stupid? Anybody's that stupid? Well, this is supposed to be question time. Will I ever open up any global franchise? Rihas, if you join me on next week's episode, the entire topic is going to be about that, okay? I promise you, Rihas. And I appreciate that question, but I'm not going to start that now because that's a big thing. Should I do my podcast twice a week? Why? No problem. I can do it every day. Tell me why. I can make a suit for any size guy. 5, 10, 220 pounds, I'm building from scratch, okay? So let's shut YouTube down because they're the most quiet. And whoever's more quiet will get shut down next. A suit is 1,000 sterling. Hello, Lisa. Hello, Alan. Hello, Kratikawa writes. I mean, you look beautiful. Why don't you have a proper name? NT, M. Martin, Salami, Abdo. See, I don't get these fucking names. David James, decent name. Noah Stockwell, decent name. Henry Tam, Shamir Haq, decent name. Names that your parents gave you. Kurakata writes, if you like me, you can DM me. So Riaz, you join me right at the top, and I'll focus the whole thing about you. How does that sound? You're asking me what is 1,000 sterling in US dollars. You cannot use the phone to convert it. You cannot use Google to convert it. Mira has worked with Dale recently. Dale, in order to work with me, has to pay cash. If you're going to pay by credit card, you're not getting me. I'm going to get into eyewear, Riaz. We're going to talk about all of that in the next show. Sam, you should do your podcast twice a week. Tell me why. What made you so energized about making videos? I can't understand the English. Where's my suit? Are you really that stupid? I build suits from scratch so I can make and work with anyone, any size. So you guys can all watch my podcast after the fact. It's fully on Instagram. It's fully on YouTube. And then I've got someone in London cutting up shorts and stuff. Whatever my children want to do, they can do. My job is to just make sure that they have enough fucking money and property so that if they fuck up, I can support them. I appreciate all the commentary today. What shirt are we talking about? I just race horses, I don't ride them. So 3 studs are for my children, 1 stud for my wife. Wonderful. I'm going to shut down Instagram first, and you can all jump on TikTok. Shut this down.